I am seeing your chain, and I'm so ill. This is a warning, I can't be killed. All in your cabeza, without a chaser. Not another teacher with this much flavor. Get your hands up for Espanol. The Spanish evil genius, they're probably the meanest. Say hello to part 2, a classic caliente. It's 102, and I know how much you miss me. I'm chained, and I cannot die. I'm chained, and I cannot die. I'm chained, and I cannot die. No, I cannot die. No, I cannot die. I'm chained, and I cannot die. I'm chained, and I cannot die. I'm chained, and I cannot die. No, I cannot die. No, I cannot die.
Hey there, Nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and we are back with another episode of Tales from the Tackle Zone Season 2. This is a series that is dedicated to our Blood Bowl battle reports and our Blood Bowl League, and this is game number 20. It is the 10th game within the New World Conference, the very first game of the fourth round of that conference, and this game is fought between my two friends, Mama Khan and Senior Chang. My friend Senior Chang is bringing the Gwaka'Moli Creator Gators, which is his Lizardmen team, versus Mama Khan's Thundervalley Greenskins, her Black Orc team. And as you can see, both teams have now lined up along the line of scrimmage and getting ready to play their very first round. Now, before we go any further, we're going to play some background music real quick. As the music is playing, we will show you videos of both teams as well as the rosters. If you want to see exactly what my friends are bringing for this battle report, go ahead and pause and take a look at your own leisure. So with that being said, let's get this game on a roll. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the game real quick. As you can see, my friend Mama Khan is set up for defense right now, while my friend Senior Chang is set up for offense. When it came to the calling toss, because the Gwaka'Moli Creator Gators are visiting, they got to call in the air. They actually won the coin toss because they chose to, they lost the coin toss. So because that, Mama Khan decided to elect to kick off in the first half, so that way in the second half of the game, she actually receives the ball as well. As you can see, both my friends have lined up their teams. Both teams actually have a fan factor of 5 on this one. And both teams also have 3 rerolls as well. Nobody has any inducements. However, this game is going to be kind of brutal, and the reason why is because my friend Mama Khan has actually lost quite a bit of her team. She's lost 2 Black Orc players and over the course of the campaign so far, so she's kind of in a rough situation with 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Well, my friend Senior Chang's been having a hard time with it as well. He's only got 1 win and 2 losses for his current record. So these 2 teams are the lowest ranking teams in the New World Conference, and they're both seeking a way in order to redeem themselves. So now that we got the team introductions over with, we go directly to the kickoff for the first half. We'll talk about exactly for the kickoff events. Alright, so now we're back from the kickoff. As you can see, the ball eventually landed right over here, right in front of my friend Senior Chang's little skink over here, so that part is kind of cool as well. Now for the kickoff event on this one, they actually got changing weather. They originally got perfect weather for Blood Bowl, so once again they rolled to see the weather change. It still remained perfect weather, so the ball just kind of scattered over one more spot over right in front of this skink. And that's where the ball is currently located at. So now that we're done with the kickoff events, we go directly to the top of turn number 1, and my friend Senior Chang will be going first. So we'll be right back after his very first set of activations. Alright, so that takes directly to the top of turn number 1. So let's talk about what happened. So as you can see here, my friend Senior Chang does decide to exploit his heavy flank deployment that he did for his guys. As you can see, he just kind of powers through over here in the top of the white zone, sending a couple of the skinks over to mark some of these goblin players, as well as the Saurus blockers in order to block a couple of these players as well. As you can see, also pretty much dominated the line of scrimmage as well, pushing back a lot of these characters off the line of scrimmage. But perhaps the most dramatic thing that took place was Big Gordita, player number X, the Croxagore, throws a block directly into player number 4, Grimgut Ard-Edid, and managed to put a badly hurt result on him too, cracking through his armor with a power result. So just like that, he will not be participating for the rest of this game. Once again, these casualties are really affecting Mama Khan's gameplay, man. They and another Black Orc is suffering at the same time. Meanwhile, she also moves up a couple of her players to mark other players as well, and pretty much takes her skinks and moves them directly up here on the top. In fact, as you can see over here, player number 9, Nacho, I believe is his name. He actually, oh, sorry, not player number 9, player level 11, Soft Taco. He actually picks up the ball and actually moves up quickly as he can, moving directly to this location, trying to make his way directly to the end zone. And that pretty much makes up Mama Khan's, my friend Senior Chang's first turn. So that being said, we go directly to the bottom of the turn for my friend Mama Khan. Alright, so that takes us directly to the bottom of turn number 1 from our friend Mama Khan. And as you can see, for the most part, of course, not much really happened on the line of scrimmage, but she pretty much mobilized almost all of her goblins. As you can see, all of her goblin bruisers are making their way as quick as they can along this wide field over here, trying to stop this skink from actually running the ball directly to get a touchdown as well. Meanwhile, along the scrimmage, it's been kind of a mixed bag for Mama Khan. Managed to push back a couple of guys using her troll as well as her black arc, but unfortunately for her, though, the most dramatic play took place. Well, player number 10, Kazi the Loon, tries to throw a block, but unfortunately he's completely surrounded by Saurus Warriors, so because of it, he does get a player down result, which causes immediate turnover. So that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 2 for my friend Senior Chang. Alright, so that takes us directly to the top of turn number 2 for my friend Senior Chang, and touchdown number 1 from the Lizardmen from the Gwaka'Moli Crater Gators. So let's talk what ended up happening. So my friend Senior Chang, of course, activated skink number 11. His name is Soft Taco. He basically just takes it, moves up his normal movement allowance all the way over to the other end here. He has to rush for it twice. So my friend Senior Chang does go for it. Both times managed to pass the dice roll no problem and lands directly in the end zone and scoring the very first touchdown for his team. So currently right now the game is at 1-0. So we'll be right back as my friends re-rack and we go for another turn. Alright, so now we're back for the kickoff event. As you can see, Mama Khan has pretty much gone with this kind of same deployment issue that she goes with the goblins in the back rank in order to pick up the ball. She also got her black orcs along the line of scrimmage with one goblin right behind the troll. I think she's kind of going for like a throw goblin teammate type of deployment over here. Meanwhile, over here for the Saurus Warriors, my friend Senior Chang has put 3 of his linemen on the line of scrimmage. At the same time, there's a second wave consisting of his Croc score as well as 2 more Saurus blockers, his Chameleon skink as well as the rest of his skinks, and he has 1 more Saurus warrior in the back as well for the defense on this one. So the ball pretty much scattered over here. The event on this one was changing weather once again. So once again, my friends also rolled to see if the weather changed. It did not, so the ball scattered one more time and landed right over here next to the white zone over here in the top, and also right next to this player over here. So with that being said, we go directly to the bottom of turn number 2 for my friend Mama Khan, and we'll be right back with our activations. Alright, so we're back to the bottom of turn number 2, and as you can see on the line of scrimmage here, the Black Orcs are starting to take it to the Gwaka'Moli Crater Gators. As you can see, the line of scrimmage just kind of overpowers the Lizardmen as they force their way through, knocking down a couple of the Saurus blockers at the exact same time that they're doing so. Probably the most dramatic thing that took place over here, though, is on the top. As you can see, Mama Khan is setting up all of her Goblin Bruisers to act as screen protection, making their way along the wide zone. But player number 10, Burnak, the Goblin player, moved up to actually get the ball. Unfortunately for Mama Khan, though, she failed the first attempt, so she decides to burn one of her rerolls, dropping down to reroll 2 for this first half, and at the same time finally got position of the ball, and he's located over here. And that pretty much makes up my friend Mama Khan's activations for this one. So that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 3 for my friend Senior Chang. Alright, so that takes us directly to the top of turn number 3 for my friend Senior Chang, and this is pretty much how the line of scrimmage as well as the game is pretty much developed. For the most part, my friend originally Senior Chang actually put a bunch of his skinks up here to act as blockers, same thing with his Saurus Warriors, or to stop the advance coming through. However, he did realize, there was a hole right here in the line of defense, so because they sit in player number 4, a Saurus blocker named Quesadilla, Quesadilla pulls a blitz action going around the line of scrimmage directly into Burnak, managed to hit him as well. Now originally, my friend rolled 2-player down results because as Senior Chang decided to burn up one of his rerolls in order to do it. So because they rolled again, got a push and a pow, so he decided to go with the pow instead and knocked Burnak over, which caused the ball to bounce over here in this direction. Now from there, of course, my friend decided to send up his skink, Cenobite, as well as player number 9, Nacho. Nacho, the skink, actually moves up and actually goes into the square and manages to pick up the ball as well as secure it at the same time. Meanwhile, over here, of course, he also managed to move a couple of his players, tries to stand up a couple of his players as well. The most dramatic thing, though, took place over here. We decided to throw a block with Big Gordita, directing the player number 2, Kazi the Loon. Got both knockdown results. They both go crashing to the ground and also causing an immediate turnover as well. And that pretty much makes up turn number 3 from our friend Senior Chang. So that being said, we go directly to the bottom of the turn for my friend Mama. Alright, so it takes us directly to the bottom of turn number 3 for my friend Mama Khan. So let's talk about what ended up happening. So first of all, Mama Khan sent a bunch of her Goblin Bruisers over here in order to mark player number 9. His name is Nacho, which is the player on the ball. Unfortunately, in the end, all she was able to do is maybe manage a series of pushes that kind of pushed him over here next to this grate in the end. So that part did not work out originally as planned. Now, the second thing, of course, she tries to do, she tries to throw a block with this Goblin Bruiser directly into this player, player number 11, Soft Taco. But unfortunately for her, though, she got both players knocked down instead, so she decided not to burn up a reroll. So both those players do go crashing down. I believe that player's name is, Glocka is his name. So they both go down. Glocka's perfectly fine, but does manage to penetrate the armor of this guy, this skiing player, and also managed to put a knockout stun result on him as well. So he's currently face down, and he's moving on the ground. And that pretty much caused immediate turnover, which takes us directly to the top of turn number 4 from our friend, Senior Chang. Alright, so that takes us right to the top of turn number 4 from our friend Senior Chang, and touchdown number 2 for the creator Gators of Gwaka'Moli creators. So let's go ahead and talk about exactly what ended up happening there and how they got that touchdown. So first of all, let's talk about what happened over here. So first of all, my friend Senior Chang sent a couple of his players over here in order to surround some of these goblins to mark them so that we have an easier time of actually escaping. Now, player number 11, Soft Talk over here, he managed to do a blitz action directly to player number 9. His name is Kurgut. He's one of the Goblin Bruisers. Managed to put him directly into the crowd, so because we roll up for injury for that guy, he actually gets a casualty result, and he gets a badly hurt injury. So just like that, my friend Mama Khan loses a second player at the same time. Now, well, of course, while all that is happening, the other players are being marked right now, which means that my friend Senior Chang, for his player number 10, that guy's name is Cinnabite, who's in position of the ball. He basically has a better time of actually escaping. He managed to escape. He has to actually burn up one of his rerolls in order to do that, but that little guy actually makes it out of the tackle zones and makes directly to the end zone, scoring his second touchdown. So that being said, my friends are going to re-rack real quick, and we will come back after this. Alright, so now we're back, of course, after my friends have re-racked for kickoff. As you can see, unfortunately for Mama Khan, she doesn't have very many players left on her team right now, but she decided to take on the same kind of offensive kind of thing she did before for her formation. At the same time, my friend Senior Chang decided to do exactly the same thing with his team as well, take up the same exact defensive position since it worked so well from the first time. Now the ball, of course, ends up over here, right behind this Goblin player over here. Once again, my friends did roll 8 on this one for changing weather conditions, and once again, they rolled perfect weather again. So the ball just bounces over one more square, and it lands solely right over there. So with that being said, we go directly to the bottom of turn number 4 for my friend Mama Khan. We'll be right back after her activations. Alright, so we go directly to the bottom of turn number 4, and unfortunately for my friend Mama Khan, disaster strikes. She activates player number 8, her Goblin Bruiser Atgut. He tries to move to actually pick up the ball, but unfortunately she fails her agility test, so she burns up one of her rerolls in order to make sure that she can try again, and unfortunately she fails again, and the ball bounces over to one square, and because of that immediately caused a turnover for her. So that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 5 for my friend Senior Chang. Alright, so that takes directly to the top of turn number 5 from our friend Senior Chang, and as you can see, he pretty much takes the offense on this one. He actually sends in both sides of his players with defensive line, swooping along the wide zones, closing in like a death trap, heading directly towards these goblins. At the same time, he also managed to do a couple of blitz action with Big Gordita, as well as a couple of blocking actions and kind of scramble up the line of scrimmage. However, the big one took place though when Beef Supreme tried to throw a block directly into this troll, but unfortunately we got both player down results, so they both go crash on the ground. And that pretty much makes up his activations for this one. So with that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 5 from our friend Mama Khan. Alright, so it takes directly to the bottom of turn number 5 from our friend Mama Khan, and as you can see, quite a bit of action has taken place on the pitch. For the most part, she was able to finally get the ball as well, and finally move up to his relative, or maximum allowance to try and make a raid directly in the line of scrimmage. She also has a couple of her Goblin Boozers moving in position, or to be in blocking positions. Looks like she's going to try to run the ball either down into this direction here in order to try to escape, or she could probably go up that direction if she needs to as well. So she does have her options laid out for her. Unfortunately for her though, she does try to throw a block directly with one of her players, but gets a both knockdown result. So because that caused immediate turnover, that ends turn number 5 for Mama Khan. So with that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 6 from our friend Senior Chang. Alright, so that takes directly to the top of turn number 6 from our friend Senior Chang, and going back onto the pitch, as you can see, quite a bit of things have happened. First of all, Senior Chang sends a lot of his Saurus guys, as well as his skinks over to swarm around player number 8. That player being Aggut, who's actually in possession of the ball, as well as completely surrounded by a bunch of hostiles. Managed to push a couple of people around over here on the bottom end as well, And probably the most important thing that took place was player number 3. He is a blocker named Crunchwrap. He throws a foul directly into player number 2, causing the Loon. Managed to break through his armor with a perfect 11, rolling a 5 and a 6. So the ref doesn't catch the foul. Penetrates it, also puts a bad injury on him, so because he is badly hurt, so he will miss the rest of the game as well. And as you can see, things are not looking good right now for my friend Mama Khan as we're speaking. So with that being said, we go directly to the bottom of turn number 6 for my friend Mama Khan. All right, so we go directly to the bottom of turn number 6, and unfortunately for my friend Mama Khan, disaster strikes. Player number 8, Akka, just try to escape out of the tackle zone, trying to go directly this way. Unfortunately for him, though, he does fail his action to do so. So because he does, of course, fail his agility test. Now my friend Mama Khan does try to use one of the last rerolls in order to fix that, but unfortunately still fails it. It's because he does fall. So because he falls, the ball does fall out of his hands. It bounced over to Doritos Locos, the chameleon skink, who does manage to catch the ball, and now he's currently in possession of it. And because that causes immediate turnover for my friend Mama Khan. So with that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 7 for my friend Senior Chang. So we go directly to the top of turn number 7 for my friend Senior Chang, and touchdown number 3 for the Creator Gators of Gwaka'Moli Crater. As you can see right over here, Doritos Locos, because he had possession of the ball, he just moves up his normal allowance directly to the end zone and scores a 3rd touchdown for his team, and also scores 3 star player points at exactly the same time. So as you can see, for obvious reasons, as you can imagine, my friend Mama Khan decides to call the game at this point. She's lost 3 of her players in this game, and she doesn't really want to take a pummeling like she's currently doing now. So because she concedes the game with a victory for my friend Senior Chang, the first one in a very long time for his team. So that being said, we're going to go directly to the post game because this game is now officially over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Alright, so now we're back with the After Action Report. This is the part of the battle report we talk about what went well, what went poorly, and what we can learn for the next time that we do battle. This is the After Action Report for Tales in the Tackle Zone Season 2, Battle Report number 20. This was Game 10 of the New World Conference between my 2 friends Mama Khan as well as Senior Chang. So let's go and talk about Mama Khan's team, the Thundervalley Greenskins. Unfortunately for her, she did suffer quite a bit of injuries on this one. She actually suffered 3 team members being hurt. Black Orc player number 2, Kazi the Loon, and Black Orc number 4, Grimgut Art Edit, as well as Goblin Bruiser number 9, Kargut. All 40 of those guys suffered badly hurt injuries, but they made full recovery, so no harm and no foul. Now for advancements, Black Orc player number 4, Grim Gut Art Edit, actually chose the Mighty Blow skill, and the reason why is because he got the MVP for this one, and because it increased his team value by 20,000 gold pieces. Now for the winnings, the team was able to score 50,000 gold pieces, and when combined with the 15,000 gold pieces they had in their stash, they gave them a grand total of 65,000 gold pieces. Luckily for Mama Khan, she actually had no loss in dedicated fans. She's still stuck at 2 dedicated fans on her base. At the same time, she also spent 45,000 gold pieces for a new Goblin Bruiser lineman, player number 12. His name is Git, and with the 20,000 gold pieces she left over, she put directly into her treasury. Now, she didn't purchase any inducements at this time, and as for league points, she earned 1 point for conceding the game with 0 touchdowns, bringing her grand total to 7 league points in total. Her new record now is at 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 draw, and her new team value is at 995 points. So moving on to the Gwaka'Moli Crater Gators, this is my friend Senior Chang's team. For injuries, he suffered no injuries at this time, and for advancements, 4 members of his team leveled up. So as blocker number 3, Crunchwrap chose the block skill, increasing his team value by 20,000 gold pieces, and Chameleon Skink number 8, that player's name is Doritos Locos, also chose the catch skill, also increasing his value by 20,000 gold pieces. At the same time, Skink player number 10, Cinnabite, chose the Surefoot skill and actually got him 20,000 gold pieces in value as well. And same thing with Skink number 11, Soft Taco, chose this Surefeet skill as well and also increased his value by 20,000 gold pieces. Now for the winnings on this one, Senior Chang managed to score 80,000 gold pieces, and he also increased his dedicated fan base by 1, increasing his total to 3 dedicated fans in total. With his 80,000 gold pieces, he spent 70,000 of it to hire another Chameleon Skink number 12. His name is Baja Blast, and he took the remaining 10,000 gold pieces and placed it in his treasury. He also didn't purchase any inducements at this time either. Now for his league points, he earned 3 points of league points for winning the game, an additional league point for earning 3 touchdowns, and another league point for causing 3 casualties in this game, bringing his grand total to 10 league points in total. His new record now is at 2 wins and 2 losses, and his new team value now is at 1,360 points. So that's good to do for this week, guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, as well as blogger.com for all the latest greatest hobby news related to this channel. That's good for this one, you guys. We'll catch you guys next one. Peace out and stay classy.